Hi, this is Adam Baldwin, and I play John Casey on Chuck. And you're listening to Chuck versus the Podcast.
Hi, my name is Graham Jones, but you can call me Gray. This is my show. It's about Chuck. It's filled with interviews, the latest news, crazy co-hosts, and spoilers that'll make your day. Oh, wait, I need to go back. I host these TV nights. They used to be pretty boring, but everything changed when I found NBC's new show, Chuck. Pretty soon, my TV night got pretty crowded. Guys I didn't even know were showing up the door. Big, important guys. Really scary, nasty, get killed for hosting them guys. Next thing I know, these super episodes are downloaded into my brain, which means every moment of my life, I'm thinking about Chuck. ChuckTV.net sent their top people to protect me. That's Mel and Liz. They're pretty zany. They co-host with me now as a cover. So now I must welcome you to Chuck versus the Podcast, the #1 TV podcast for NBC's Chuck. This is Gray, and I want to welcome you to Chuck versus the Podcast, episode 26, part 2 of our Comic-Con coverage. You'll notice that Mel and Liz aren't with me right now because it'd be kind of silly for them to come all the way here to Toronto just for an introduction when they just went to San Diego for Comic-Con. And they have a full report on our previous podcast, but what we have for you this week is our first video podcast. And what it is a number of the interview clips that they had in the press room with the Chuck cast and creative team. And you may have seen them on ChuckTV.net. We posted them individually in the last couple of weeks, but we thought you'd like to have them on your iPod. We thought you'd like to have them all together to be able to watch at your convenience. So here they are, and watch next week for our interview with Ryan McPartlin. Enjoy!
Adam Baldwin. So when is Casey going to get a love interest?
That's what everyone's asking. Is Casey going to get a girl on the show? It's like
he lives alone. He's very alone.
It's like, do you have to have a girl to make your life heroic? No. He's got guns. He's got Ronald Reagan on the wall. And weapons.
Will Casey be jealous of Chuck's abilities?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure there'll be some glances where Casey's going, oh, I could do that too, or something. But no, I think where it'll go is that Casey feels that Chuck is now even an improved asset. But there will be some downtime. I don't know if it was on the panel and you saw they touched on this, but there will be a rebooting period and maybe some kung fu that works and then doesn't work, or Chuck fu that works and doesn't work. And there will be that period of time where the lactic acid buildup is making him sore and he's laid up. Casey and Sarah have to bring in ice bags. Glycogen replacement drinks. Yes, a little foot massage. Oh, yeah, Casey gives Chuck a foot massage. FEDAC, write that down.
Yeah. How has Casey's opinion of Chuck changed?
Chuck seems to have gotten smarter. at least more sophisticated in this pilot. So I think he's growing on him. And Zach is just such a lovable guy. How can you not have him grow on you?
Much to Casey's chagrin. Right?
I mean, if he were putts, the show never would have gone. It's all on Zach. Really, he's just such a great leader for all of us that we wouldn't be here if it weren't for Zachary Levi.
How would you like to see Casey develop?
Well, he's got his promotion. He's Colonel Casey now. So hopefully it won't go into more paperwork. I'd like to see him work with the SWAT team and Special Forces. And maybe put Chuck in the uniform. Get him out there rappelling down the ropes as well. That's all. They're keeping us pretty much in the dark.
Are you going to be working with Awesome more in season 3?
It'll be begrudgingly so. I'm sure they'll give me some scenes. Awesome. Not awesome.
Do you have any other upcoming projects?
Some voiceover work. I worked on a game called Mass Effect 2, which will be coming out next year, which is really cool for the gamers out there. They'll appreciate that.
Do you enjoy playing badasses?
I'm trying to get all the badasses out of my system when I'm still young, and then move on to the more the romantic leads in my 60s and 70s. Really want to do the gin game. Looking forward to that. That's down the road. Right now, give me the weapons and weapons and ropes.
Jayne versus Casey. Who wins?
Casey's smarter than Jayne. He has better weapons. Jayne has a spaceship.
Jayne has Vera.
Jayne has Vera. Casey has weapons that he hasn't named. I'm gonna go with Casey. Jayne's dead. Jayne's on a dead show. Casey's on a live show. I'm gonna go with Casey. Oh, all right. How about a legendary show that's no longer airing on another network? Is that better? Is that more politically correct? Thank you.
Can you tell us about your charity bike ride?
Yeah, we did it's called Ride to Recovery, and we did a ride from San Antonio to Arlington, Texas, about 350, almost 400 miles, with wounded warriors, amputees, and soldiers who returned from battle with post-traumatic stress disorder or loss of limbs. There were guys who had no legs and pumping hand bikes for 350 miles. They made it the whole way, and these guys are just very humbling to have ridden alongside these guys. And, they're very. There's no excuses. You're gonna go those 350 miles on your bicycle. If that guy's gonna do it, you're gonna do it. So it was great.
Joshua Gomez and Zachary Levi. What's with you and Zach and the beards?
We are two of the laziest men you've ever met in your life. I think is what it actually resulted. I just, you'd think that I have to have a beard through, 6 months of shooting and doing it. You'd think I would shave the friggin' thing and then grow it back out for it. But no, I grow it longer on my hiatus. That's a smart move. But what happened was I just started growing it. I couldn't stop. I was like, how long could it get? I'm ready for it to go. Yeah.
Are you racing?
No, my beard would destroy his beard in a fight. Are you kidding me? His beard would just run away when he saw my beard. No, he actually did shave. We both did. We both had a beard. He shaved his, and now he has his back again. So I'm double. I'm like probably twice the amount of time on his beard.
Okay, Karina is coming back, but where's Anna?
I guess,
We left her in Hawaii.
well, I assume that I caught her cheating in Hawaii with Harry Tang. That's what I always. Sure. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm sure all will be explained, but I don't know.
So the Benihana doesn't work out?
I hope not, because you really want Morgan playing with knives? Because I don't know.
Could the Benihana be Sarah's cover?
Right. That's the thing about the show, funny enough, is that there's always fun ways to work in crazy ties that are like overtly advertising, but still work. And I think it wouldn't have been Benihana.
Big Mike, here's your Subway.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It works. It somehow works.
Do you want to see Morgan involved in spy stuff?
Yeah, and it's something I think, Zach and I, he keeps saying it's sort of what his main sort of want for season 3 would be like a little more bromance again, and to have the boys back together. And I think ultimately we always kind of keep looking at it as like Batman needs his Alfred or his guy to kind of like whatever. It's just, it's his best friend, so it's like how long can he keep it from him? Well, probably if you ask the writers a lot longer, hopefully, but I would love it just because we just have so much fun together, and because he kind of season 2, really he got sucked so much into the spy world, and it became almost 2 separate shows. It obviously became like so you had it was like Chuck and Morgan with his 2 ships, just like hey Chuck, not now Morgan, yeah, and then that was it, and it was like and then cut, and he's like oh I miss you. So yeah, I'd like to. I would love to. I just think it would end. I think sometimes you go like, well, if Chuck does start kind of becoming a competent spy at least, or start to do whatever, you need the guy who's incompetent. And guess what? I am pretty good at playing incompetent.
Could Morgan keep Chuck's secret?
No, therein lies the problem. Interweb! My buddy is a superhero! Done. Over. Chuck dead.
I'm just gonna be on your lap.
Oh, of course.
Honestly.
We were just talking about you.
We were.
Yeah.
It was a beard off.
It's a beard off?
Yeah.
I said that if your beard ever hit my beard, you see your beard go run away. That's what I told him. And I made that sound effect.
Yeah, you did.
I was wondering what was happening. I thought a pot-bellied pig was a squish. I think in a beard off. Well, look, no. I'd rather not. Look at this. I'm kneeling. So hi-oh. No, in a beard off. I mean, he's got me on girth, but I've got him on cleanliness. You see, I took the time to shape.
Are you looking forward to kicking some butt?
So looking forward to kicking ass. For 2 years, I've been sitting on the sidelines. Like, when I signed up for the job, I was like, this is going to be great. We get to do action. I'll get to have a gun. Like, not at the beginning, but like at the end of the first season, I'm sure I'm going to have a gun. No. All right, second season's coming up. I'm sure I'm going to have to get a gun. Some dart guns, okay. At one point, I dropped a gun and I accidentally shot somebody. That was fun. But I think that this season's going to be really fun. All those little kind of physical things that I'll be able to do, that are only there for like a limited time only. So like and then they're gone. So Chuck will still be the everyman. You can't get away from the everyman because then you have no more Chuck. Then it's just called Carmichael, I think. Then it's like a whole other. I'm telling you, this is the future.
Okay. This is our spin-off.
I don't know. I mean, look, why not?
Carmichael and Grimes.
Show, I mean, honestly, Carmichael and Grimes. Back at it. It'll be all shot like Starsky and Hutch.
What happens when one secret agent and one bumbling sidekick take on the world's most powerful ring of bad guys? Bang, 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 bang. What happened?
Yeah, that's the future. You're witnessing it now.
Josh Schwartz. What emotional and traumatic event will happen between Chuck and Sarah?
Oh, I know. I really put my.
You did.
Wow.
But good. I
In a
mean,
good way.
how did those two,
Emotional and
coexist?
traumatic. Well, I know I have to choose my words wisely and more delicately than perhaps I did. What I mean by emotional and traumatic is I mean that there is that Chuck and Sarah are going to come back in a place that is much more dramatic than where they've left off. But it comes from a very emotional thing having happened and not happened. Confused or intrigued?
Intrigued. I'm intrigued. Yeah.
Well, we do a direct pickup when we come into the next season. It's a direct pickup right out of where we ended season 2, and there's a certain expectation that Sarah's going to have about what their future could be together now, and how that plays out and what happened is going to fuel a lot of story in those first 2 episodes.
How will budget cuts change the show in season 3?
Not as dramatically, I think, as you won't see anything on screen in that world. Yeah, you won't see anything on screen.
That is a big cut.
You won't see anything on screen in terms of that will indicate that the budget's been cut if we do our job well.
How confident were you in getting renewed?
I did not think. I was always hopeful, and the grassroots campaign that kind of took over for the show was so powerful and like overwhelming that it felt kind of undeniable. But we were dealing with a network that didn't have a lot of need because they'd gotten rid of 5 hours of time period. So it could have gone either way. And it really did come down to the wire. We knew what we wanted to do if we did get picked up, and we tried to come up with a finale that would have been the least satisfying series finale of all time, and incite a riot. If we didn't get picked up, but we remain hopeful. But I am a neurotic by nature, and did not think that it was really gonna. I wasn't sure.
So you've been in the business long enough to know you're a realist.
Yeah, exactly. And then we kept hearing things like, oh, it's going to work out, and then weren't seeing any sign that actually was. And so it really, Peter Roth, who's the head of Warner Brothers TV, basically had me do a mourner's cottage with him the weekend going into the upfronts, like say goodbye, like let's just do our prayer now over the dead in case it doesn't come back. So it was touch and go there.
Congratulations, everyone.
Thank you.
Great show.
Thank you. look, it was solely a testament to the fans and all of the people that we sort of mentioned on stage today.
Would the dynamics of the show change this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think the key to any show, especially as you go into year 3, is if you want to deliver the show that people have gotten really attached to, at the same time, you have to evolve, you have to keep pushing the show forward. That's what we wanted to do with the finale last year. And I think we can work in a lot of the same dynamics that make the show what it is, but at the same time, they've changed. The characters have matured or evolved or shifted. Like there's a lot of potential now in these characterizations. That Austin knows the secret. That Big Mike is gone, Morgan's gone, Chuck's gone. How do we get everybody back to the Highmore if we need? We do, and how do we earn that in a way that feels new and exciting at the same time?
Mark Christopher Lawrence. Big Mike gets the most action on the show. Who's the next hookup?
I don't know. I'm waiting to see who that is, too.
Is it over with Morgan's mom?
I don't think they've quite put a button on that yet. She did catch the bouquet at the wedding, so we'll see what happens.
Will Big Mike reclaim his position at the Bymore?
I pitched it out on the stage. I was like, he's got to reclaim the yellow shirt because he was so dejected by getting the green one. I was like, okay, there's got to be some redemption in this thing. He's got to attack and he's got to take old Emmett down.
What happened to his Marlin?
The Marlin is in the TV room. When we did that whole Marlon Brando kind of thing in the TV room, the Marlin was behind it. For me, personally, that was the most fun stuff this past season, was to do those Marlon Brando sort of moments. It was like that was great.
What was your reaction when you first read the role of Big Mike?
To be honest with you, it was during pilot season that year, and I was up for 4 or 5 pilots, and the character I read for was Harry Tang, and it wasn't even a series regular. It was just like a guest star, possibly recurring, and I didn't even read the script. I just read the sides and went in, did the audition, and forgot about it. And all the pilots that I went to network on didn't get any of them. And then my agent calls me and says, hey, you got this part on Chuck, and they gave you a different part. It's a different character, Big Mike. It's a guest star, possibly recurring, and then halfway through the first season, they made me a series regular. So, which was great. I was like, man, it's a good thing I didn't get those other shows because 3 of them are off.
What was it like waiting to hear if Chuck got renewed?
The first couple of months, it was really kind of nerve-wracking because it's like, my agents were trying to get me out for other stuff, and nobody wanted to see me because they were like, well, he's on Chuck, it's probably going to get picked up. I was like, well, how do they know what NBC's going to do? So I was concerned because then I missed all the pilot season basically, and so that meant that I was going to have to be on the road doing stand-up, and I was like, okay, I don't want to be on the road.
Are you at all like Big Mike?
Not really. In life, I'm generally like this. I'm always happy. Everybody likes me. And so I just kind of looked at it as okay, this is, to play Big Mike, I got to stretch complete opposite of me. Anything that feels like me, throw it out as wrong. And that's been working.
What's the best part about playing Big Mike?
I think just kind of being a jackass is although he has his good qualities, but when he's yelling at people, it's like that's so not me that it's really fun to do. It's like a friend of mine was getting married. My wife and I have been married for 10 years now, and we've never had an argument. And he says, well, how do you do that? I said, I yell at work.
How do you want your character to grow next season?
That's a hard one. It's like I think I want Big Mike to stay away from the spy stuff because the black guy always gets killed.
Ryan McPartlin.
Talk too long over there.
I'll give you a quick soundbite. Season 3 is going to be awesome. Captain Awesome gets to bring back kind of season 1 in a different way because I'm carrying the same weight on my shoulders that
Chuck had, and I don't know if we'll react the same way as Chuck or not. That's up to the writers, but that's my little sum up for you guys. It's like season 1. The best act of any superhero movie is always the first act, and it's nice because I feel like I get to bring that first act back. It's like when the superhero knows he has the power, learns about the power, can't share it with anybody. I love the fact that they found a way to bring that element back in a new way.
So how will Awesome keep the secret from Ellie?
From Ellie? Probably a lot of like makeup dinners. Hopefully a lot of makeup sex. And then, it's going to be that, I think what Chuck went through at first, because there's only so much of that they could sustain of him going back and forth. And now they're like, oh, well, we have Awesome do it. And I thought, what a cool thing for me.
Is Awesome going to be more involved in the spy stuff?
Yeah, that's the talk right now. So that's what's exciting for, and I don't know, because of course you would expect him to come in and like just try and take charge. But I think the comedic aspect of it is watching like Chuck save Awesome and like kind of the roles reversing of where I was trying to help him the first couple seasons become a man, become an adult. Now he's going to have to try and help me become a spy and become like, know when to shut my mouth and stop talking like right now. Just when to just chill out a little bit or be cool or not just go into panic mode. And I think it's nice to watch him evolve and mature in that world and watch me crumble. In my mind, I'm not the writer, so.
Do you enjoy doing the action scenes?
No, not at all. It's really hard work. I used to just get to come in, take my shirt off, get a couple laughs, and leave. And now it's like literally hours and hours of stunt work and watching them set up, watching them make sure the glass breaks in a certain way, so that nobody gets hurt. So it's tough. But I mean, the end result is obviously amazing and much better. Like the fans went nuts when Adam and I got in the fight. And they were like, and I was like, oh, did that look right to that? And then I got online and I was like, whoa, everyone's going like, I feel pretty good about myself right now.
Well,
so I come to Comic-Con.
Scott Krinsky and Vic Sahai. Will Jeffster be back in season 3?
We don't know. We don't know. What did they tell you while they were here? Did they say yes or no?
They said you're going to be like making cat litter and plant.
Again? That's what we did off stage.
My grandma's secret cat litter recipe.
Which classic rock songs will you do this season?
What do you think?
You did the big ones. I mean, you did.
We did the Africa. Bravado.
You guys haven't done any Journey.
No. Some Journey.
Journey,
I thought some Journey.
Yeah.
You realize that I have to sing that. You'll have to hear me doing that. Absolutely.
Prince!
What was your first reaction to Jeffster?
Terrifying. Utter terror. Like blanched, faint terror.
It's scary. I mean, I don't play music, so I'm not a musician. So it's like
I'm not a musician either. I'm sorry. Like I was also like, what? Yeah.
We were terrified.
It's horrifying and scary. But again, it's so funny, and that episode was about our friendship, and it was beautiful.
Do you guys hang out off set?
I haven't seen him since we shot last season. He hates me.
We've tied a few of them.
Did you know each other before the show?
Oh, wow. Not at all. We met the first day of shooting. Oh, that's great. That's great to hear.
It was magic ever since.
No, but I think that's cool about us, if I may. You mind if I speak, or do you want to is that unlike Chuck and Morgan or Zach and Josh, we have kind of opposites in our personality, and I think that's where the chemistry comes from, rather than our similar speeds, as it were.
The opposites attract.
Yes.
How was it becoming series regulars?
So grateful, man. Yeah. So grateful. I mean, the writing is so good. The show is so good that anything we can bite into, or I can bite into, I'm just so happy.
Yeah, I mean, we started first season and we were recurring characters, so it's, of course, you know, every step of the way it's been an amazing experience and how we've become more part of the show. So it's awesome.
If Lester had a bathroom office, what would be in it?
I think there would be a lot of pictures of Lester. And his own voice pumped in constantly.
Nice.
Right?
Do you want your character to be more involved in spy stuff?
I don't know how Lester would handle the spy stuff. I think he'd be so jealous of Chuck, like so jealous that it's not him that has the intersect, that he would, like, you know, he would implode, he would ruin it, he would mess that thing up badly. He would tell everybody immediately and try to take him down. He's more intersect, I think.
I think it's fun for Jeff of everything that he falls into that he's unaware that he's involved in. So,
Sarah Lancaster and Yvonne Strahovski.
I said that
You get Chicago, I get Kansas City.
And the fact that you were perturbed with me.
Because I am a good actress.
Yes, you're a very dramatic and very good actress. And I know you know.
How many more time we have?
Come on.
There's a signing in 10 minutes. We
All
have to
right.
get to the booth.
Okay.
We're following you.
All right, girls. Hi, sorry.
Thank you. Thanks for walking by. Thank you.
Special thanks to Jessica Sisk for shooting and editing the press room interviews for us.